Hello friends, welcome to my channel Welding and NDT. Our today's topic is inclusion. Friends, inclusion is a very common welding defect and it is found in almost all arc welding processes. So today we'll learn about inclusion. We'll learn what is inclusion, what are the different types of inclusion, and what are the causes and remedies of inclusion. So we'll learn all these things today. I would request you to please subscribe my channel if you are the first time viewer. So please subscribe my channel and also share the link of my videos with your friend and colleagues too, so that they will be also benefited from my videos. So friends, let's start. First I will start with what is inclusion. So inclusions are solid materials which are trapped in weld metal. Let me write trapped in weld metal. So it can be trapped in the weld metal or at the interfaces of the weld metal, but it is always solid materials only. Now friends, these solid materials are also foreign materials. Foreign materials means unwelded materials. So friends, the foreign materials that are often entrapped are tungsten, then flux, then oxide and slag. So SLAG. So these are the four very common foreign materials which are entrapped in the weld metal and form inclusion. So friends, most arc welding processes, in most arc welding processes this inclusion is very common, but it is very common in flux shielded welding processes. And if I say flux shielded welding processes, then it could be either shielded metal arc welding or flux cored arc welding or submerged arc welding. So in these three arc welding processes, inclusion is very prominent. And also two more welding processes are there, TIG welding and plasma arc welding. In these two welding processes, tungsten inclusion is very often, means tungsten inclusion is very common in these two welding processes. Because in TIG and plasma arc welding we use a non-consumable electrode which is made up of tungsten, and chances of those tungsten metal getting dipped into the molten weld pool is very much there. If the welding processes is faulty, then these inclusion are very common in TIG and PAW. So the types of inclusions, the name of the types of inclusion has been derived from the material itself. Like if tungsten is there, then it is called as tungsten inclusion. If flux is there, it is called as flux inclusion. If oxide is there, it is oxide inclusion, and finally slag inclusion. So I'll bring the differences between these four inclusions. First we'll talk about tungsten inclusion. Friends, tungsten inclusion is nothing but the particles of tungsten electrode. Particles of tungsten electrode which are trapped in weld metal or in the deposited weld metal. And as I told you earlier that TIG and PAW uses tungsten electrode, and chances of tungsten inclusion is there in TIG and PAW processes. Now friends, what happens? See how it occurs. There are three causes for this. First one is if tungsten electrode is dipped in the molten weld pool itself. So while welding, we keep the electrode away, slightly away from the molten weld pool. But if the our electrode, that is tungsten, is dipped in the molten weld pool, or it touches the molten weld pool, then chances of tungsten particles getting dipped into the weld pool will be there, and hence tungsten inclusion can be occurred. The second thing is, if tungsten electrode touches the base metal, so if the tungsten will touch the base metal, then chances of its particles getting dropped in the weld pool will be there. And the third is, if the welding current is too high, so if the welding current is too high, then it causes the melting and transfer of the tungsten droplets into the weld pool. So these are the three reasons why tungsten inclusion happens. Now friends, one more thing, that during radiography, see, tungsten is having very high density, and if we talk about steel and tungsten, then tungsten is having high density as compared to steel. So due to high density, this tungsten appears in light dark on the radiograph, but almost all other discontinuities are indicated by dark area, but this tungsten inclusion appears as light dark because of high density. Now after tungsten inclusion, we will learn about flux inclusion. So flux inclusion is nothing but, if the flux which are shielding the electrode, if that flux gets trapped in the weld metal, then we call it as a flux inclusion. Now friends, there are two terms, one is flux inclusion and the second one is slag inclusion. Slag inclusion and flux inclusion. So mostly these are used interchangeably, but there is a difference. Difference is that if flux doesn't get melted, then it is called as flux inclusion itself. But during welding, what happens? A reaction takes place. Sometimes the flux react with the molten weld pool, molten weld metal, and the product which we receive is a molten slag. And hence, if flux gets melted within molten weld pool, then it becomes slag. So after solidification also it is known as slag. So slag is a byproduct which is formed by the reaction between flux and molten weld pool. So sometimes flux doesn't get a chance to melt in the weld pool, and hence that flux remains itself, and sometimes that flux gets melted and becomes slag. So these are the difference between these two. So friends, what happens if you see shielded metal arc welding? The electrode will be there, and on the electrode there will be a covering of flux. Now during welding, what happens? Sometimes that flux gets broken off and entrapped in the weld pool just before solidification. Then it doesn't get chance to react with the molten weld pool, and it remains itself. Hence, in that case, it will become flux inclusion. So it fails to melt. Now third one is oxide inclusion. Oxide inclusion is nothing but the surface oxides. The surface oxides, and mostly it appear on the surface itself. surface itself on the weld bead. On the weld bead, on the surface there will be pores, and in that pores some foreign material you will be seeing in those pores. So that is nothing but oxide inclusion. So this is a speciality that it appears on the surface of the weld bead itself. Now we'll talk something more about slag inclusions. So as I told you that slag is a byproduct of flux and molten weld pool. So what happens, friends? This slag is lighter in density, and always see, if this is our welding. So what happens? The flux, since it is lighter in density, it floats on the surface above welding, and it protects the weld pool from atmospheric contamination. But sometimes, due to some constraint, this slag doesn't get a chance to come upwards, maybe due to the faulty welding technique or some restriction on the from this surface base metal surfaces. So due to those restrictions, they doesn't get a chance to come out and float on the surface. Then in that case, that slag remains inside the weld pool itself, and it becomes slag inclusion. So friends, this is how slag inclusion is formed. Now friends, as we have learned the different types of inclusions, now we'll discuss one by one the causes and remedies of inclusion. So we'll talk one by one all the causes and remedies. The first cause is failure to remove slag. So during welding, that slag floats upwards on the weld bead, and it needs to be cleared, it needs to be removed, and then second run is done. But sometimes the welder, or sometimes they do not remove those slag and they start the second weld bead, second run. Then in that case, chances of slag inclusion will be there. Hence, always clean the surface before previous weld bead. The second is entrapment of oxides. Entrapment of oxides or surface oxides. Hence, we need to clearly brush the surface and clean those oxides. Third one is tungsten. Tungsten in the weld bead. Hence, we need to avoid the contact of tungsten with molten weld pool, and also we need to avoid the tungsten to contact with the metal piece. So by avoiding the tungsten to touch the base metal or to touch the molten weld pool, we can avoid tungsten inclusion. Also, that if we avoid very high current, then also this can be avoided. Now fourth one is improper joint design. Joint design. So friends, our joint design must be like, that it should not force any slag to remain in the molten weld pool. There should be a smooth passage for the molten weld pool to go upward and cover the flux. But if there is some restriction due to the joint design, and if the slag remains in the weld pool, then it will form slag inclusion. So improper joint design shall not be there. Now friends, entrap pieces of electrode covering. See, if this is your electrode and this is a covering, we need to take care that we are not using a damaged electrode. If we are using damaged electrode, that this covering, there is a chance that this covering might break and fall into the weld pool. So it will form flux inclusion or slag inclusion. So friends, these are some of the most prominent causes and remedies of inclusion. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.